Hey guys.
I'm Bob.
I'm Barb. Together we make up
HetteshWorld.
HetteshWorld. So Bob, it's just you on camera. I'm thinking that we are doing some kind of RV upgrade project. So what's going on?
We're going to do electrical upgrade. We've had several requests to do some electrical upgrades on a camper, and one may prevent a fire in your RV. We have a duplex outlet here, and it's not enough. We like to charge our phones and have other things plugged in while we're watching television down here in the living room. If you've ever taken one of these RV outlets apart, it's simply pop it off, and it's just got little wings that hold it on the wall. And we're fortunate here that we have a 3-inch thick wall. This is a GFCI. This is our ground fault outlet that goes through the whole entire camper. We're going to add a separate outlet, and then we're going to set another outlet with a USB-A. So we got some USBs we can charge in here, and we're going to mount that in the wall. It's going to go to a wall receptacle, and then I'll show you in the bedroom. And this is a honeydew project. The honey needs outlets, so the honey gets outlets. So in here, in this corner here, we have a single duplex here, so we're going to put the same thing in here. We're going to put a quad in here so we can plug more things in. Right now we got our security camera here, so in case we hear something at night we can access it, and Barb's got her salt lamp.
Yep, got to be purified.
So we need some more things, so we have additional plug-ins.
Cell phone chargers and stuff.
So real quickly, I'm just going to pull this outlet out of the wall because it's very easy to pull out, and I'll show you how this is going to go together. So the very first thing is you want to make sure this outlet is turned off, and I will test it with my multimeter. We will test it to make sure it has no power to it.
Toolman Bob here.
Yeah, this is my little electrical box I keep so I can easily access this. But we'll check it for power. And then these outlets, these RV outlets, are really crappy outlets. There's not much to them. They're like stake-on wires, so it's not a very good connection. And we've heard from other RVers where these wires will come loose, and then you'll lose all your outlets in the camper because these all daisy chain through each other.
Yep. One stops and then they all stop.
Yeah, well, it's on a GFI in the bathroom.
Yep.
So if that one trips because it's been around water,
Everything.
It'll trip them all, yep. Inside, outside. We have different outlets too. There's ones on the on our surge protector, which are down below the couch and TV and stuff like that. But
yep.
These are the wires, so you can see the wires coming into the outlet. And it's going through the outlet, so it's going from here. I'm not sure where it goes from here, if it goes toward the kitchen or if it goes toward the living room. It's hard to tell, but I will take these loose, and these eventually will be tied into here. These got blocks, and I'll tie them into here. But these are self-contained outlets. These aren't like your typical wiring outlet where you have, your wiring on here, where your gold is your hot and your silver is your ground, or your neutral, and your green is your ground. These aren't set up like that way. These are all sealed so they can bury them in the wall. Since we're not going to be using these type of outlets, we're actually going to bury this box in the wall. So we'll have to cut this wall out a little bit to make this box fit in here, and then we'll get it anchored in here. And these things can actually come unplugged, and that's where people start having issues. So do electrical upgrades on the camper to give us, to make it our home. We upgrade it with better outlets. So I put 20 amp breakers in there that have got a lot better wiring. So I just wanted to show you that. This outlet will be gone. I will never use this outlet again. Not all RVs are created equal. This one does have a true 3¼ inch thick wall. So this box that I cut out here does fit, and we will not have to cut any of the insulation out or anything once I get it anchored in there. It does have these little butterflies on it, so it's what they call a handy box, so it's easy if you're doing a retrofit, which that's what we're doing here. It's got the Romex cable connectors here, so we'll push those through here, stick them out, get this anchored in there and get these outlets wired up. I just wanted to show you with this box mounted in here and our wires pulled up through our connectors. Those right there prevent the wire from being cut going through here. A lot better than this box here. We're doing dual outlets. We got our brass and our silver, which is our hot and our neutral, and then our ground is the green there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of these to this side, one to this side, and then I'm going to loop a wire between them. So there's going to be a wire between these two so they connect on the same circuit, and that continues the GFCI circuit on through the camper. Receptacles mounted in here. We had the wires coming in on this side, and then we had wires coming in on this side, and then we joined the two and tied the grounds in together, and then this will get the cover, and that should be the end of this outlet. So we're going to get this all back in here. We're going to test with our little light. All of them are working. And then the USBs, there's two A-type USBs. Here's the phone. And there we go. One double done.
One to go.
One to go. Gonna do the bedroom. Finished product here on this one. You see we needed 3 of the outlets, and then we got some extra USBs. Another electrical upgrade can involve the fireplace. It's not going to be a how-to, but just what we're going to do.
It's going to be a how-did.
If you all know, this is how we modified our fireplace. This fireplace has a dedicated outlet in it. It's got a 15 amp dedicated. We've watched a lot of videos where people have had problems with fire on these fireplaces with electrical outlets burning. We're fortunate it does have a dedicated outlet. Not all campers do. But it does have those cheap receptacles that...
What do you call them?
I call them Christmas tree lights because the way they plug together, and I'll show you a picture of them when we get inside. I'm going to replace it with an actual 20 amp receptacle. Even though the wire is set up for 15 amp, I'm going to overkill it with some 20 amp receptacles just so it's more durable. And then what we're going to do here, I'm going to branch off of this outlet. And here's our beautiful grandfather clock going. But what we're going to do here, the receptacle is back behind the fireplace, and it's a plug-in fireplace. What we're going to do is branch off that. I'm going to put a new receptacle underneath there. Then we're going to come over to here. We're going to cut out a spot right here for a new receptacle. Over the holidays, we bought an air filter system. It's a med air, and we're going to have it here because we don't want to have it. Yeah, it's small. It's only 18 inches tall. It's going to fit right in this area, and that way we don't have to have any kind of extension cords. This is where we want to put it for it to filter the air in the camper. Our weather station is currently plugged in up here,
as well as our Ring camera systems up there as well.
Cameras. We're going to bring that down to here so we don't have a cord running up through here because
I don't like it.
It's our home and we can do what we want with it.
Yep.
And we're better in the electrical system that was put in from the factory. Also, we don't want to have any kind of extension cords running the camper due to fire. Fireplace opening. Here's the fireplace, and it does have just a standard plug, 15 amp receptacle. Here's what the factory does. That's what I call the Christmas tree receptacle. It's just got a wire going in, and then it stabs the wire onto it. We're going to add a heavy duty 20 amp receptacle, actually mounted in a box with the cable, and then we'll run another cable over here into here, and then we'll do our cutout right here to put our new 20 amp receptacle on the outside. I want to show you this receptacle real quick. These are the ones I call Christmas tree outlets because the way they're put together. But it's got this little plastic cover that comes off. And then inside here, of course, I got the power turned off. Here you got these little blades that cut the wire. And this is 14 gauge wire because it can handle 15 amps. even though we're going to put a 20 amp receptacle on here, but these just pull out and get this ground out of here. So that's what it looks like. And we've used this Fireplace a whole bunch, and you can tell that outlet right there has been a little hot. Good that we're replacing it with an actual outlet, actual 20 amp receptacle. There's our receptacle box mounted in the wall, and I had to offset it a little bit due to bracing in the back. I didn't want to cut through any major bracing. And then there's our white and our yellow wire, which will be connected to our box that will feed the fireplace. I just want to show you what we got here. Got our receptacle coming over to our new 20 amp receptacle, and the white wire that's coming off of there is feeding our new wall outlet. This is going to get a metal cover right there since it's not seen.
Here is our finished product. Nice, smooth, clean. We have all of our stones back in place. We've got our new little med air down here working to purify the air. We've got the plug-in there. As you saw, we had the fireplace working just a second ago, so everything works.
We're replacing the electrical outlets on the camper to upgrade so we have more places to plug in. To prevent a fire, this will keep you from having to put a stackable receptacle on place, or a surge protector, or electrical extension cord, which always is a bad idea, and always want to try to plug directly into an outlet if you can with a device to prevent a fire. The section on the fireplace is a huge one because we've had several people reach out to us. These outlets that are on these campers, when you have a fireplace, electrical fireplace, they draw about 11 amps. And if you're running that thing day and night when it's cool to keep the camper at a decent temperature, you're going to eventually wear that outlet out very easily. That's why we upgraded ours to a 20 amp receptacle. Not that the outlet can handle 20 amps because it's only a 15 amp circuit, but what this does to the outlet, it gives you an additional ability for this outlet not to burn up because it's heavier duty than a standard, either the Christmas tree outlet that they have in the RVs or a 15 amp standard receptacle. So to prevent a fire, because these outlets do burn up, that's what you want to do.
So Bob has done an excellent job of keeping our camper upgraded, fireproof, and safe with all of our electrical needs. So we hope that you like these kind of videos. We're hoping that you will give us a big thumbs up. That pushes us up in the YouTube algorithms. We hope that you'll smash up that notification bell, because that will let you know when we've got a new video, whether it's a travel vlog or it's an RV video or God knows what it might be. And of course, Bob would like you to
give us your comments. Let us know, are you comfortable with electric enough to be able to replace some receptacles in your camper? If not, have you farmed it out to somebody, or have you ever had any concerns about the electrical outlets that are in a RV, because they are not the best in the world.
Disclaimer, this guy's really good at what he does, but he is not for hire. He keeps getting asked in campgrounds if he can be hired or just do it for free, and the answer is no.
Now, we always help people out when we can in the campgrounds, just like they help us out. So it's definitely a great community of like-minded people.
Yes.
Just surviving life.
So remember, guys, we're HetteshWorld.
Come travel in our incredible world.
Bye.